Hi everybody. Today we're going to be talking about genetics. Specifically genetics of eye color. Let's pretend that the eye color blue was like a glass of water. You know how water, a lot of it, when you have a lot of water, it shows as blue. Like in the sea, like in the river. That's why we're going to make it eye color as something transparent like water. Let's say that brown color, it would be something like root beer. If I were to mix root beer with the water, most of what you would see would be the root beer color, not the color of the water. That's more or less how the eye color goes. The eye color, blue, is recessive, and we're going to call it small a. We need two of them. In our eye colors, every single eye color one comes from the mother, the other one comes from the father. And because if I mix another color with it, the other color is what is predominant, what you see instead of this one, we are going to call this one recessive. While the dominant color, we are going to call it, the dark color, we are going to call it dominant. Dominant is what prevails when you're dealing with a recessive. And though everybody has two genes of each, when you have a dominant gene, if the other gene is dominant, it will still show as brown, right? As being the eye color. And even if you have a recessive, the gene for blue, it's still going to show as brown, because like I mentioned before, when you mix something dominant with something recessive, like the eye color, the dominant is what's going to show. So if I mix root beer with water, root beer is what's going to show. That's our dominant. So in a way, it doesn't really matter what the other gene is. As long as one of them is dominant, the eye color is going to show as brown. Now let's see a problem that you might get. Something like the mother had brown eyes and the father also had brown eyes. They have a baby, and their baby has blue eyes. How can that be? That can be possibly because both parents had parents who had blue eyes. If you go back one or two generations, you will see how that's possible, because both of them had parents with blue eyes. We can draw this as the father, which will be square, the mother is a circle, and their baby, doesn't matter what the baby is, right, boy or girl, has blue eyes. That's what we know. You can only get blue eyes, each gene for blue eye you get from a separate parent, correct? Therefore, because the parents had brown eyes and each of them made the baby with blue eyes, each of them gave their baby a small a. Therefore, that's the genotype of the parents. And genotype means the genes they have for blue eyes. Now that we know that the mother was a big A, small a, and that the father was also a big A, small a, we would like to know the probability that their next child would have blue eyes as well. And this is what we go. So this child is going to could get one big A from dad, one big A from mom. In this case, it would be brown eyes. One big A from dad, one small a from mom. This way would make brown eyes. One big A from mom and one small a from dad, brown eyes. One small a from mom and one small a from dad. That makes 1/4 chance of the next baby having blue eyes.